Are you a real entrepreneur, or are you just a social media entrepreneur? Are you actually making money from your social media posting, or are you just pretending like you're making social media advertisement? Are you getting new clients from what you're posting on social media? Today we're going to be talking about the difference between just the perception of success that comes through what we see online versus doing the actual real work. And I'm going to give you guys the 4 essential skills that every entrepreneur needs to have in order to make money and be successful. What is going on, everybody? My name is Salem, Soni, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, I focus on 2 things. I talk about faith, I talk about entrepreneurship. My desire is to help individuals such as yourself to be more motivated, to discover your purpose, and to understand that you are God's very best. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. The perception of online entrepreneurship is one that is appealing. People love this idea of being cool, being an entrepreneur. It's in now. It's kind of a hip thing. It's a millennial revolution, and everybody wants to be a startup company. Everybody wants to be their own CEO or boss. They don't want to have a boss. I love the idea of entrepreneurs. I think entrepreneurs create some of the change, the innovation. They are driving forces of society. I truly do believe that. But in the same vein, I also don't think that you should just be a poser on social media. The reason why I think it's important for us to have this conversation is because nowadays, sometimes social media is so saturated with people who are pretending to be in business, but don't have the essential skills to actually be making money and have their businesses actually be the one that can sustain them. There comes a period of time, maybe if you're getting started, where you might struggle, in terms of generating money or whatever the case may be. I believe that an entrepreneur at the early phase, it's okay for you to have a job while you're working on your business until your business can be able to sustain you and pay you what you want. I'm gonna give you guys 4 skills that you can put in place right now, whether you already started on your venture, whether you're thinking of starting on your venture, that can increase your skills as an entrepreneur for you to be able to make money, get more clients, and eventually be on that road towards success. Skill number 1, learn how to harness your creativity. There's a level of creativity that you have inside of you. You don't want to be limited by whatever the system of what school said you had to do, or your job, or whatever the case may be. So you have to learn how to harness the creative skills that you have, whether it may be working on an app, or whether it may be working into a particular environment where you have to provide a product or a service, or whatever the case may be, right? Sharpen your creative skills. It might be working on a tool every day, making a design if you're a designer, or if you're an author, or if you're a game developer, whatever the case may be. Continuing to be creative and continuously creating something every day, even if it seems like a mundane task, even if it's something small. Every day doing something innovative that you haven't done before. Do whatever you have to do to continue to increase your creative skills. The second essential skills that you must have as an entrepreneur is communication. You got to have great communication skills. And I know not everybody is going. I don't want you to be a social butterfly, right? Not everybody has the charisma or the ability to be able to talk in front of a camera, or to be in front and giving a presentation. You might be someone who works more on data crunching, or you're more of an analytical type of individual, and it's okay. You don't always have to be the expressive type. By learning how to communicate, whether it is an idea, a feeling, whether it is communicating a vision, the more you increase that skill and you become better at that, you are putting much on your side in terms of success. You're putting more leverage into your side. How do you create partners? How do you have a team that can join you if you have a hard time communicating your vision, where you're trying to go? No one is going to follow someone who doesn't know where they're going. Or maybe you may know where you're going, you just don't know how to communicate that to others. So if that's something that you can improve on, I would say go ahead and do so, or partner with another individual who might be a great communicator. You might be more on the analytical, the technical side of things. Have someone who can be a good communicator, a good evangelist, if I can use that term, of what you guys are trying to do. Your communication skills is an asset that, trust me, you should do the best you can to improve on. Don't slack on that. Decide in your mind that you're gonna learn, that you're gonna get better. That's one thing I had to do. Did you guys know that English is not even my first language? English isn't even my second language. So there are many things I had to learn. How to be able to communicate better, how to get better at speaking in front of a camera in the middle of the night, right? Because these things are coming to my spirit, and I just wanted to be able to share with you guys. The 30 essential skills that every entrepreneur should have is sales skills. There's nothing like sales. Sales, sales, sales. That's why I talked about communication at first, because when you learn how to communicate, you should definitely, on the same vein, learn how to sell. You have to sell. Honestly, we sell all the time. And I know that the connotation usually with sales is that it's almost like a dirty word. It seems like, oh, it's not very good. We think of salesmen and saleswomen as being, sleazy and just untruthful. But the reality is you're selling all the time. You're selling yourself, you're selling your ideas, you're selling the concept, you're selling the fact that we should trust you, with the lack of experience, or the fact that you want to do something different, you want to challenge the status quo. Why should we believe you? Why should we buy your product? Why should I get your services versus your competitors? You have to sell that. Learning sales techniques, sales skills, improving your sales skills, trust me, will it will bring a lot of money, because through sales you're able to actually acquire clients, you'll get deals, gigs, whatever the case may be, and get more money. So that has a tangible impact that is direct. But the flip side of that is it also gives you a lot of courage. You know that it doesn't matter if you increase your sales skills, that you can be able to maybe come up with the different ideas or different concept, but you'll be able to bring it to the market and create a transaction with clients. So learning how to become a better salesperson in what you do. I'm not saying that you have to be a salesperson, but learning how to sell is an essential skill that every entrepreneur should. And if you really dedicate yourself to becoming great at selling whatever you sell, whatever your product is, your idea, the service that you're providing, you're gonna become very, very, very successful as an entrepreneur. The last skill that I personally think every entrepreneur should have is money management skills. A lot of the times, unfortunately, many people have bad or poor money management skills. You have to be very conscious of the fact that money allows you to do a lot of things you want to do. It doesn't mean that what you're doing is just for money, but money is important, and especially learning how to manage your money is somewhat important. Don't be the person that lose all the money you make because you have poor management skills and you're not willing, for example, to hire an accountant or delegate that to someone. And one thing I'll tell you is you always want to be the person who inspects the books. As an entrepreneur, you usually have so many hats that you have to wear. One of the things, if you know how to manage your money that you're bringing in, as your company grows, as your team grows, as you start delegating that task, the management, the finance, the accounting to someone else, and you start growing, you will know what to know whether or not, for example, you guys are meeting your budget, whether you're profiting, where you could be cutting some costs and become more efficient. You have to know all those things. Money management is very, very important. It's easier for you to take a hold of that whilst you're still small, learning how to increase your avenue, learning how to increase ways to generate more income. That ties back again to sales, to communication. Those are really, really important. So understanding how to manage your money is a vital, almost critical, essential skill of every entrepreneur. So I hope these 4 skills are things that can bring some value to you. And if it is, let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? What are some things, for example, in addition to that? I know those skills are just 4 simple ones, but they're not limited to those. There's many others, and I'm curious to hear what you guys think. What are some other must-have skills that us as entrepreneurs can learn? I'm really curious to hear what you guys will put out there. Okay, I'm just to be honest with you guys, I'm super tired, so I'm gonna go to sleep. Today's another day. Continue to work on many things. I'm almost done with this project that I'm working on. But I have a couple clients that I have to get some things done for them. So that's the grind, you know what I mean? Middle of the night, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's part of the grind. So I want to encourage you, continue whatever journey you on, continue to move, and you'll get it. You'll get there. I'm still on my journey. You know, there's a couple things I'm trying to do, but keeping that mental attitude, being positive about that will definitely help you. We'll get there. I'm excited. I'm very proud of the process that you're on. If you're an entrepreneur, I understand, right? Sometimes we're not our families don't understand, our friends sometimes think that we're crazy, but trust me, I understand the journey, and many other people understand as well. All right, guys, love you guys. If this video has been helpful, make sure you share it. Give this video a thumbs up as well. That really helps me out. That's all that I have. I'll see you guys next time. Remember, you're God's very best. Take care.